All right, so is the sound good? Yeah? All right. What I want to share, can we remove the little thing in the corner? Doesn't matter. So what I want to share with you guys is the one thing that truly transformed my life in my 3 years of online business. Where's my clicker, by the way? Yeah. The one thing that truly transformed my life. So I've been super lucky to be able to travel to dozens of countries, make money, and basically have the freedom to do whatever I want. All those things have been incredible in my life, but they do not even come close to comparing to the impact that this one thing had in my life. So after my talk, I hope that I can inspire you to try and have the same kind of transformation that I had. So to be able to share this effectively, I want to tell a story from my life. And that starts from the summer of 2017. Christian and I, we had just dropped out of college. He was publishing full-time. I had started a dropshipping business. So we were making some money online. I would say we were successful at that time. And we were super focused on this, but we were also thinking, what's the next step for us? Long story short, we decided that we wanted to make a YouTube channel. We wanted to film videos. There were a bunch of guys online that we admired, and we wanted to be just like them. So we decided, let's do this. Let's start a YouTube channel, let's film some videos. And we were living at home at this time, and we decided right now is not the right time. Whatever excuses we had at the time, it just wasn't the right time. We were going to be moving to Chiang Mai in the summer, first time moving out of our parents' house. Sorry, after the summer in the fall, and we said, once we move there, that'll be the right time. Then we'll start filming videos for the first time. So then we moved to Chiang Mai in the fall of 2017, and we stayed for 3 months. Every single day, every single week, we talk about, let's start filming the first videos. Let's start this YouTube channel. We know we had to do it. And then about 2 weeks before leaving Chiang Mai, we got together, and we hadn't filmed a single video up until then. But we talked about doing almost every single day. And we got together and we said, we keep talking about it, but we're not doing it. Let's film this first video. That's not the kind of guys we are. When we say we're going to do something, we do it. It's like, you're right, let's do it. So then we got together and tried to figure out what kind of video we wanted to film. And we decided, let's just do a simple Chiang Mai apartment tour video. This was like super easy. It wouldn't be that hard. Just film a bit around the apartment, talk a bit about the price. It was just the first video for us to just kind of get out there. So we tried to film this video, and we were sort of stressing out. We didn't know what to do. And we sort of got together, sat down on the couch, trying to figure this out. Super nervous, super stressed out. And we kind of just started sitting there, staring at each other, twiddling our thumbs, not knowing what to do. And then we just stood there staring at each other, and we both thinking the exact same thing. It was just a matter of time who was going to say it. And then after about 5 minutes, I think I said to Christian, let's not film this video. We should just focus on publishing instead. The stupid idea. Let's not get distracted. Before I even finish my sentence, Christian says, you're right, 100. Like, that's so stupid. Why would we film videos? Let's focus on publishing instead. So we had just talked to each other and really made up excuses for why we shouldn't start filming videos, even though we knew we really wanted to. And we both knew the reality of why we didn't actually want to, or why we chose not to film this video. There are really 3 big reasons. The first and the biggest one was that talking on camera was the #1 biggest fear of my life. There was nothing that scared me more. Up until that point in my life, I had never talked on camera ever. Every situation that ever came up, I would avoid it if I knew there was a party that I got invited to by my friends, and there might be someone that likes to shoot videos for Instagram or Snapchat. I'd be like, I don't want to take that risk of potentially having been put on camera. Not worth it. Let's not go to that party. I don't want to take that risk. I just want to stay in my comfort zone. And then secondly, the opinion that I had of myself at that time, like, people don't understand the people that we are now and the people that we used to be. The opinion I had of myself at that time was that I'm literally the last person anyone would want to listen to talking on camera. No one wants to hear what I have to say. I thought, I'm weird, I talk weird. I was very low self-esteem, no self-confidence. And also at that time, we were publishing, we were making money, we had the freedom, we were traveling. I had a good life. So I didn't really have anything online. So when we said, no, let's not film this video now, life was so good. I didn't have anything to lose. So we talked again, and then we decided we're going to move to, after New Year's, we're going to move to Hawaii. Once we get to Hawaii, that's when we'll film our first video. That's when we'll do it. Like, yes, perfect. Also, we were going to move in with our best friend, Max. That's in the middle. He loves to film videos. He's super charismatic, and he'll make it way easier for us. And like, perfect, let's do that. When we get to Hawaii, that's when we film our first videos. We get to Hawaii, 3 months go by, just like in Chiang Mai. We talk about every single day, every single week, let's film this video, let's film this video. And then it was just new excuse every single time, but the same reasons as before, the same true reasons. Until one day where we were put in a position where we had no choice, where we had to film our first video. And this was a day that, in the moment at that time, was the worst day of my life, because I thought everything we'd worked so hard to create was going to be taken away from us. We're going to lose it. And now, in retrospect, looking back at that day, it really has turned into the best day of my life, because it forced me to do something I didn't want to do. And it's really the day that my life changed, for real. And that day was March 16th, 2018. I show this picture because it takes place walking along the river. Christian was walking back from the gym, just like he does any other day. No t-shirt on, of course, drawstring bag, phone in his pocket, wearing headphones. And he takes out his phone to check his emails like he always does. And then he sees a certain email from Amazon that looks like this. Has anyone ever gotten an email with that headline that says, your Amazon KDP account? Yeah, I know. That's the scariest email in the world. You know it's not something good that's on the inside. And then I remember the time that Christian told me what was actually in this email. We were in the elevator riding up the elevator to our apartment. And we're just standing there quietly. And then he says, okay, all right, Rasmus, I'm about to say something. And when I say this, don't freak out, please, okay? I was like, okay, you're only saying that because it's very much worthy of freaking out about. But okay, what is it? What happened? He says, okay, I got this email from Amazon, and they terminated my account. I was like, oh, like this is an account that was making him over $10,000 a month, and it just, all that money was gone instantly. He didn't have any more income. So for us, in our minds, there were really two options. Either we move back home with our parents, and we say, you were right, we were wrong, online business is a scam, we should have listened to you, we should have stayed in school, and go back, get a job, go back to college, finish our degree. Or we could do the thing that we've been talking about for the last year that scared the shit out of us, which we never did, but we always talked about it. So for once, we were put in a position where basically we basically had no choice. And when it came to this, it really wasn't a hard decision, because it turned into a do-or-die situation where either I do this or I go back home with my parents. To me, that was as bad as dying. So for the first time in our life, we actually got out the tripod, put the camera on the tripod, clicked record, and then started talking. We talked about it for so long, and this was the first time we actually did it. So I have a short video of Christian's first time ever trying to talk on camera. I really hope the video will play. This is really going to show what it was like for us, because I think now it's easy to think, not to say that I'm great at it, but I'm okay. I'm comfortable on camera now. And but at that time, it scared me more than anything else. So I think this will be a good representation. And I don't have a video of myself. This was only Christian, who's practicing with our friend Max. I did afterwards practice myself, but I deleted it instantly because it was so hard to watch. So it doesn't exist anymore. So can we play this video? If I click, no, that'll go back. Okay. All right. I don't know what to say or what to do.
Well, last time you talked about, what'd you promise them?
To show them the best way to make money online for beginners in 2018.
You gotta keep going.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm trying to, but I can't.
That was a good rep.
Okay.
That was a good rep.
All right.
That was a good rep.
What's he gonna say?
You're gonna say.
All right. All right. I'm gonna show you guys.
Back. Energy up. Energy up.
Okay, that wasn't high
No,
enough.
you gotta start from the beginning.
Okay.
You gotta start from the beginning.
All right.
Because you don't want a weird ass cut in between. You know that.
Yeah. How's I gonna start it? All right. I almost want you to go first.
Sure.
Because I'm struggling.
I'm
struggling here. Okay. This was literally the biggest fear of our life, and that's how hard it was. And when I know people don't get it, and my first attempt was at least that bad, probably worse. It's deleted now. So even though my first time ever went so horribly, I got this incredible feeling, which was for the first time in my life, I was not running away from what I was afraid of. My entire life, when something scary came up or something uncomfortable I had to do, I would never face it. This was the first time in my life. And I had always thought of myself as a scared person because of it. I'm a pussy is what I thought. I'm always afraid to, whatever it is I'm afraid to do. For the first time in my life, I actually did something I was afraid of. So I felt like a brave person for the first time. And then we did and I also was not letting fear get in the way of my goals. So then we did a second take and a third take, and they went horribly as well, but they were a little bit better. And then over the next coming weeks and months, and up until today, we've filmed videos every single day or every single week, practicing getting better. And when we first started, from the first video we made until the launch of the first course, we filmed 80 videos, uploaded every other day. And like the first 40 videos, I was scared every time we had to film. But I could say just over and over after practice. After about 6 months, I can say that I was no longer scared. I had overcome my fear of speaking on camera. And there's supposed to be slides up there. Okay. That's how I felt. That's how I felt when I overcame my fear of speaking on camera. It gave me this feeling of confidence that I had never felt before in my life. And this confidence translated into every single area of my life. So first, there was the business side of things, where my number one limiting belief, I had just completely destroyed. Something that I thought was literally impossible to do, I actually just did it. So all the other fears that I have that are second, third, fourth, fifth on that list, I know when I have to face them, they'll be hard, but I can do it. I just proved to myself I can do it. Shit, I got 2 minutes. And also, I am now the person that will face it and do it. Then when it came to the dating side of my life, talking to girls my entire life was one of the hardest things. I just couldn't do it. I finally became comfortable and confident just being able to talk to girls for the first time. And my girlfriend now, Laura, will probably deny this, but if she met the person that I was before this experience, she would not like me the way she does, because I had no confidence at all. And confidence is the most attractive trait in another person, particularly a guy. So just that on its own, she's the reason this is the reason she's in my life. And then just when it came to socializing and any other social interactions with other people, for the first time in my life, I just felt comfortable and confident I could do it without being scared and without running away. Now, a few takeaways that I want you guys to take from my experience is doing things that scare you is the fastest way to achieve results and progress in your life. And I truly believe that 100%. The problem is doing things that scare you is really, really, really hard. And that's why nobody does it. It's like everyone wants to achieve the goals that they have while staying comfortable inside their comfort zone. Right? It's like if you're playing a video game and you're on level 1, this certain part of the map is unlocked. There's all this other unexplored area that you haven't been to. You still want to try and beat the game, but it's literally impossible. You cannot achieve the goals that you have while staying inside your comfort zone. And then 2 is confidence is everything. If there's one trait that I could have myself or recommend to someone else that I would want my child to have, it would be confidence. And I think a lack of confidence is one of the biggest things that holds people back from success in online business or particularly in publishing. Publishing is proven to work. Thousands of people have had success. Okay, I'll wrap it up. And if you had the confidence in yourself, you would keep going until you succeeded. The most valuable skills you can have as an entrepreneur are public speaking and sales skills. At the same time, they are also what scare people the most. But if you have these 2 skills, you are light years ahead of anyone else. And in my opinion, basically guaranteed for success. And even if you don't want to be a public speaker, it'll give you the confidence that you need. And last is that you can't fake confidence and belief in yourself. You have to prove it. You can't just, someone can't say, believe in yourself. You know you can do it. But if you don't actually believe in yourself, it's just not possible. You have to prove it to yourself in real life. And the best way of doing that, in my opinion, is by overcoming your fear. Doing something that you thought was literally impossible, and then proving to yourself that you can actually do it. And that's what happened to me. Now, there's nothing in the world that I think I can't do. And I just want to end on one of my favorite quotes. I give credit to Will Smith because he said it in a movie, but apparently someone else said it first. Is that all the best things in life are on the other side of fear. And I truly believe this. And I feel like when I talk about this, most people probably have that thing in their head they're thinking that they're scared of, that they're not doing, and it's holding them back. And all I can say is that you have to do it. So I just urge you to do the things that you're scared of, because that's the one thing that changed my life. Thank you.